Hey guys, it's me, Bailey, aka Frodo7495, as you're usually to see in my screen name pop up on PlayStation names. Basically, this has kind of been on my mind since I got done watching 13 Reasons Why the other night, and so basically, what I kind of want to talk about to you guys, and especially uh, those who do know part of my life and part of my story. Basically, growing up as a kid, I was bullied through at least 16, 17 years of my life. Guys, I can't tell you how much how much suffering and how much pain I actually went through, because there's just so much to really explain and to really go into a lot of depth and talking about, like, it's just so much. You don't really understand, like, what it's like to be those people that are bullied. Like, you don't understand what it's like to be in those shoes when you're just trying to go about your life and trying to understand that, you know like, when you're a little kid, like, you're emotionally different, like, than you are as an adult, guys. And what I was tired of seeing every day throughout my life, as I got bullied every single day of every school year, guys, it got to the point where I was just done. Like, it didn't matter what I did or how much I could have done, because the thing is that it sucked. Pretty much what summed up my life for the past 17 years was hell, guys. I can't tell you how much I wish that I could go back and change those moments into the point where I would have actually been liked by people. Guys, no one wants to go through school or go through high school just being just being seen as an outcast, like somebody being seen as somebody who doesn't matter to anybody. Because the truth is, those people right there, those are the ones that are hurting the most. Guys, I can't stretch this enough that what you say to people nowadays, like, it could be one of the smallest and most meanest comment that you could say to somebody right now, and it could hurt them, and it can hurt them, and it can affect them in a way that you think it's not affecting them. Guys, this is very serious. If you haven't watched the show 13 Reasons Why, I think you need to, which I'm pretty sure a majority of you people have, but, like, that show highlights a lot of what's going on in America. Highlights a lot of what's going on inside in the world we live in, where people are getting cyberbullied, people are getting socially abused, physically abused, sexually assaulted. Like, for those people that have no clue how those people feel and have no idea what that person has going on in their life, take a page out of your. I'm not trying to be blunt. I'm not trying to be an asshole, or I'm not. Sorry, I don't mean to use those kind of words, but I don't mean to be a jerk about this. But honestly, if you see somebody hurting and you really just want to say something about that, and if you really don't have something nice to say, then don't say it to them at all. Keep your comment to yourself. But also, don't go home later and then post it on social media. I can understand how hard it is sometimes that when people post like a picture of something and people just want to post mean comments on it. Like, guys, I don't know if you understand the fact is that when you take a picture of something, that picture can mean 1,000 different things every day. Like, guys, I don't know how to stress how important this is to talk about because this is a very serious thing. And going back to what my point was about my story is how I was bullied. Guys, I was bullied to the point where about junior high, about middle of my junior high, almost end of my 7th grade year to my 8th grade year. I was bullied to the point where I was at the point where I was gonna take my life, guys. I was gonna commit suicide because people just put me down to the point where I hit rock bottom and where I felt like I had no one that was there for me. I really did. I felt like no one was there. No one would be able to help me, guys. You gotta understand when you make those comments to that person, you've got to think about how it's gonna affect them and how it hurt. Because you may not think it hurts them that much, but until you're on the other side of those comments, then you can truly understand what that person's going through, guys. I'm not trying to be, like I said, I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, guys. All I'm saying is, something's got to change on how we treat people. I mean, obviously something does. Because what I'm really tired of seeing now is, I'm tired of whenever I turn on the news, everybody's dogging on the news saying how Trump's done this or Trump's done that, and then you want to post me in comments about it and then like say, oh, this matters or oh, that matters. Like, who cares? It's just news. I get it that you all have your own opinion and I have mine, and I'm attained to my own opinion as well. But does that mean I get to have the right to go on social media and talk bad about it? No. Does it give me the right to put somebody down just because they make a stupid comment or post a stupid picture? No. It certainly does not give me the right because it's not my place to judge people. Guys, all I'm saying is something needs to change, because if we don't change now, then the world's going to end up losing a lot more people that have so much potential in the world. Guys, I know you think that when you're as a kid, you may think that life is all fun and games, guys. But once you get to that junior high and high school level, to the point where you're almost going into college, and life smacks you in the face so hard that it makes you kind of want to go back to those days to when you're a little kid. So that way you don't have to worry about all this stuff. Guys, I've graduated. I've been out of high school for about a year now. It may not seem like I'm not doing much, but I live at home and I go to school. I live at home and I work full time. And after I get back from my job this summer and from somewhere else, and when I come back, my priorities are with school. And then on top of that, getting a job so that way I can get my car and everything paid off. As I don't want to see, I'm tired of seeing stuff in the news about, or how awful this shooting was, or how awful, guys, I'm done. I'm done seeing that stuff. You all say in the world that you want things to change, that you want things to get better. But the thing is, you have to ask yourself, what is it that you're going to do that can start that change? Because guys, we can all say that we're going to change now, and that we're going to, or that we're going to change tomorrow, or that we're going to change the next day. But as my mother always says, your actions will speak a lot louder than your words. Guys, all I'm saying is that something needs to change. If we don't change now, then what good are we going to be in the next 10, 20 years when we're still going to be dealing with the same problem that we've been dealing with? Guys, like I said, when you make those comments, know that when you say those comments to somebody, you can't take it back. Because it's out there. And once it's out there, it's out there. There's no special button that you can push that rewinds time so that way you can prevent yourself from saying it ever again. Guys, when you see somebody that is hurting like that is at the point where they're starting to have suicidal thoughts, it doesn't even, it doesn't matter how you say it, but if you just go up there and just say something as small as a small compliment or kindness gesture that you do for them, it affects them a whole lot, because what that means for that person is that somebody's there, somebody actually cares, somebody actually matters to them. Guys, that's what the whole deal is, like, legitimately, with cyberbullying, sexual assault, like, I guarantee you there are people out there in the world right now that wake up every day and just treat people like dirt. Every single day. They don't feel like they should do, and that no one ever does anything about it, because they just go, oh, it's just normal, this was what goes on every day. Like no, like it's not okay, guys. It's not okay when you see somebody who's being physically or emotionally abused or sexually abused, or in the matter of the case, being bullied. And honestly, I hope that schools across the country, when they get across the word of the show 13 Reasons Why from Netflix, and really come to grips with that show is trying to get schools and parents and teenagers to understand that, hey, this isn't acceptable. Like, just because you have a good social status in high school doesn't mean you're always going to have that social status. Because the second you graduate from high school is the second that social status goes away. Now, granted that if you go on and be a big time person and do something and you earn a lot of money and you're rich and famous, then that's cool. But all I'm saying is, when you're going from kindergarten up to high school, maybe even college, no one's gonna care how popular you are, or how nice you are, or how great you are. Like, no one's gonna care about that stuff. Honestly, I honestly believe that throughout the time that I went through high school, I sat by some of those same people that were like, high school's a joke. This is just a game. Like, I don't care. Guys, it's not a game. It's actually serious. You may not think it, or it may not, or high school may not make sense to you yet. If you're not in high school or not, or whether you're in college or not. High school, college, it's not a joke, guys. It's like I said, the moment you graduate high school is the very moment that social status or that popularity status that you had while you were in high school and college, it's all gone. It's disappeared. You're just the same as everybody else. Like I said, granted that if you ever do become like famous, rich and famous and stuff, cool, good for you, like awesome. But for those that are still striving in their life to be the person that they are and to strive for the goals that they want to strive for, like, don't waste time. Don't waste your time putting somebody else down when you can instead be building somebody up that needs it. Guys, I can't stress this enough on how important this is. This is a very serious topic. And yes, it is a hard topic. I mean, guys, one thing that you can do to make your life a lot better is if you surround yourself with the people that you surround yourself with. There was a guy that I watched on a motivational speaker. He said, "You show me your friends and I'll show you your future." Guys, a lot of that saying is true. Because if you spend your life spending your life with the wrong people and with the wrong crowd, then you're going to end up with nothing but trouble for yourself. So, take it as this is as a conversational topic. Like, when you go home or when you see your parents, tell them how much you appreciate them. Let them know, like, what's going on in your life. Don't shut them completely out. Like, I know that's calling the cattle black on me. And that's calling me people can judge me all I want. But I actually strive to want to make my life a lot better for my parents. Even though I screw up a lot. But the thing is, even on days when I do try, and I at least talk to my parents sometimes, every now and then, it makes all the difference, guys. Guys, your parents are not the bad guys. They're there to help you with your life. They're there for the bad times that you go through because they want to be there right beside you. Because they're going to be the one person that you're going to be able to count on and that you're going to be able to lean your shoulder on through the bad times, guys. And guys, the term of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. That saying is not true. Because words do hurt. It doesn't matter how small a comment or how much a mean comment can really do to a person. Because, like I said, the things that you say to somebody does really affect them. You may not see it because they may not show it because they may hide it, but it does affect them, guys. It's not a joke. You may think it's a joke at that moment, but what that person may take it the other way is like, hey, like, I'm not welcomed. I'm not liked around here. No one cares. I guarantee you, the ways those people feel that tend to almost want to be suicidal are people that just feel like, I'm just a ghost. I'm invisible to everybody. No one cares whether if I'm here or not. Guys, all I'm saying is, if you could just say the one thing, if you could just say one thing to them that makes their day a lot better, it's worth it. It's worth seeing that smile each and every day, guys. All I'm saying is, something has to change on how we treat people. Something really does, and it's just enough. I'm done seeing the reports on school shootings, the people dying over stupid stuff, guys. Like, legitimately, the world would not have so many problems if we all just focus on the little problems that are around us, not so much on the big problems. I mean, I might not be making a whole lot of sense saying that. I mean, of course, we should focus on both the small and the little problems. But all I'm saying is the small problems that can be dealt with when it starts with treating people better, kind of like how you treat yourself. That's all I'm saying, guys. If you want a better life for yourself, then so be it. But life's not going to get any easier from here. Because, like I said, the second you graduate high school, college, it's this very day. It's the same day that life is going to get a little harder. So for those that are out there that do have potential, that are having suicidal thoughts, if you're watching this, don't be afraid to reach out. And even if it's a stranger or if it's me personally. Like, if you need somebody to talk to, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment your screen name or comment your Instagram, your Snapchat, or Facebook username, and I'll get in contact with you, and we can talk. We can talk about anything you want to talk about. Hey guys, I want this to be a safe thing to talk about, not something that you have to fear to talk about. But this is a very serious matter, guys. And I'll tell you, if it wasn't for one of my best friends, who is still a good friend of me, even though we don't talk much, if it wasn't for him on the night that I was planning on killing myself, I wouldn't be here today talking about this. Guys, even though when you're at your lowest right now, going through junior high and high school and college, and you have that feeling like nothing's gonna get better, guys, you're wrong. Because there are so many things for you to experience in this life. There are so many great opportunities for you to take in life that will give you what you need to be happy and to be satisfied with what you do in life. Guys, I'm not asking for much. All I'm asking is that if you if you do watch this video all the way till the end, I know I'm kind of ranting on about it and jumping from one thing to another, going from one thing to another, and then going back to it, not making a whole lot of sense. But if you watch up to this point, up until the end of this video, please help me raise awareness for people who are suicidal, or who are, one, sexually abused, physically, cyberbullying. Help me raise awareness for that, guys. As I promise you that if we just do one thing a day for somebody, one nice thing a day for somebody who you don't know or have never talked to or spoken to, if you just do one nice thing, it really just brightens up their day. So guys, just don't take this lightly, guys. Like I said, I don't mean to be a jerk about this. And I'm sorry if that, for some of you that do take what I'm saying the wrong way. I'm not meaning any of that. But something's got to change, guys. If we don't change now, then we're still going to, like I said, we're still going to be facing that same problem for the next 10, 20 years. Something's got to change. And it starts with yourself. It starts with the people that you're around. Guys, let's make an effort to stop the name calling, to stop it all before it even begins. Guys, I'm tired of people coming on the news saying, we want change, we're tired of seeing the old things, the same old things, we want things to change. Well, if that's true, and if you want things to change, guys, like I said, it starts with the first things first, it starts with yourself. People aren't just going to be able to wake up and change you. People aren't, you're not just going to be able to wake up and say, oh, like, everything's changed now, everything's good. No. If you seriously want things to change, you got to do it yourself. It all starts with yourself. It all starts with how you start treating people. By treating them the right way, by treating them the way they deserve. And like I said, if you have nothing, but in those times, if you have nothing nice to say about somebody, then don't say anything at all, guys. Like I said earlier, whenever I said that, and that doesn't mean that later when you get home that you can jump on your little smartphone or tablet or whatever you do your social media stuff with. Doesn't mean you can go on there and then say something bad about somebody. Because like I said, unless when you're on the other end of those comments that you're making towards somebody, and then you learn and then you find out how it felt to be like them in those moments when you make those comments, it's not so fun, guys. I understand at times that when you're growing up that you may think it's all fun and game and that it's a joke, but it's not, guys. It really isn't. It's nothing more than just a few comments, guys. Like I said, you may think that what you say, the things that you say to somebody may not, what it may seem like they're exhibiting to you, that it's not affecting them as much. Guys, it is. It affects them so much. All I'm saying is, guys, just watch how you treat people, guys. You gotta watch how you treat people. So like I said, if we don't start now, if we don't change now, then nothing's ever going to be better. So if you do like this video, please leave a like. And like I said, if you ever need somebody to talk to, if you'd want me to talk to you about stuff, or at least try to talk to you and help you with some stuff, comment your screen name on your Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and I'll get to it when I can, and we'll definitely talk, and we can talk about anything that you want to talk about. Whether it be stuff that's on your mind or questions that you have about this topic. And also, I would encourage that you go and talk to your parents about this kind of stuff as well, because they would also be the kind of people to go and talk to about it as well. But all I'm saying is, guys, I'm done seeing the way people hate on other people. I'm done seeing mean comments about people. I'm done seeing walking through a neighborhood or walking down the street and wherever, and just hearing mean stuff, guys. Guys, enough is enough. So like I said, if you do like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, I get a chance to be able to do something like this and basically vlog for the first time, because this is my first time vlog video, that until next time. But I thought I'd like to try this out and at least talk about something that is actually worth talking about, that it's just something that can't be ignored. I know I said it, but please leave a like and comment your social media stuff if you ever need to talk. Until next time, bye.